Well, when I started high school, I absolutely hated it. I just thought it was a waste of time. I didn't care about my grades, I didn't care about my classes, never thought that I would be someone who wanted to go off to college, so I just didn't care. Really, it wasn't until my junior year of high school that I had a rude awakening and realized that I wanted to go off to school. And I wanted to get into a Christian school, a private Christian school, and had to take a bunch of summer school classes, retake classes. At the time, it was the hardest that I had ever worked before, and there were a lot of tears shed, and it was really difficult. But thankfully, I was able to graduate high school on time. I got straight A's for, after that rude awakening, got straight A's after that, and was able to get into Seattle Pacific, which is where I go to school, and I love it.
One thing I've had to work hard for is football. I played football for 7 years, from 6th grade to senior year of high school. And by the time I got to my senior year, I really wanted to quit. I didn't get much playing time on the field. Some of the guys I wasn't getting along with, and kind of realized throughout that, halfway through that year, that this is a team I stuck with my whole entire high school career, and I needed to work hard and finish it out, and finish out the season, and just do life with these guys that I've been on the field with for years. And in the end, when I got to the last game of the season and we were done, I sat there and was really proud of the job I had done that year, and how hard I had worked.
So when I was a freshman in high school, there was this sweet little device that came out that was called an iPod. They'd already had some that came out, but there was these new ones that came out, and I really wanted one. I asked my grandparents if there was any way I could work for money to get this iPod, and so I asked them, and they approved and said I could work every day over the summer, and they would help to pay for this iPod. And so every day that summer, I went to their house, would get on the roof, like clean their gutters, would rake their yard, would plant flowers, would do gardening, and eventually I earned enough money and I bought myself an iPod. Thank you, Steve Jobs.
I love track and field, and I started running when I was in 3rd grade, and to be honest, when I started out, I wasn't good at all. Yeah, I continued to run, I continued to go out every year, every season, and by the time I was a junior in high school, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do something different, like I want to be better. And so track and field in high school was only in the spring, so I started training all year round, starting my junior year, and I would drive 45 minutes to be coached by a public high school coach who was awesome, and I love him to death now. He's such a good coach. But from that moment on, got so much better as an athlete, as a sprinter, and ended up running in college, and by the end of my college career, I ended up going to nationals. And so if I wouldn't have made the choice to work hard and train differently, I wouldn't have ended up where I ended up. So, yeah.